for you. Go ahead, Bob. That's showing the amount of gas, how fast it's producing. Where's it producing from?
Right here. Oh, come on, guys. I'll show y'all. I apologize. And we're also doing something else. Let me keep this thing around to keep it thick in the water. We're producing hydrogen at cold temperature. No, we're going back to a gallon again.
So what they're doing here is filling up a tank. They've got a tank full of water. And they take 4 litres jug, fill it with water, turn it upside down, put the oxyacetylene tip, which is now running hydrogen for producing, and see how long it takes. And that's why it was 16.9. I'm going to watch, see when it starts ticking it, see how close to it, because I think they are. There's a bit of a second up.
Alright, anybody ready? Got your stopwatches?
You got it?
Okay. Alright, you ready? Set.
3, 2, 1, go.
A little tiny bit out. What's 883, no? So he's certainly 1693 on his clock here, so he's up with a bit out.
Okay.
Well, what's that?
That's just to show that it's got the alpha.
So what is 1693?
62, please. In Hebrew. To raise on the
liters per minute. Well, I say gallons per minute, but other people say liters.
I tried to download this and I couldn't, so now I'm doing a screen capture.
Get that, Billy? Cameraman? My friend, my commentator? My lawyer? Hydrogen on demand.
That's the key word there, hydrogen on demand. Wonderful.
Okay, guys. Not too shabby for a high school dropout. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
He's right.
Alright, guys. That's it, man. Show's over.
Bob has a question for you. That's showing the amount of gas, how fast it's producing.
Right here. Oh, come on, guys. I'll show y'all. I apologize. And we're also doing something else. Let me keep this thing around to keep it thick in the water. We're producing hydrogen at cold temperatures, under 100 degrees. This is a refinery. It's not just a fuel cell. I've got blocking diodes to keep any back EMF from going to it. It's just got a 72 volt setup. This could be run on 120 volts, it could be run on 1000 volts. It gets more efficient the more energy you put into it. It gets exponentially more efficient. The hydrogen and oxygen are separated in there in a water base. They're carried through to a gas separator, just like everybody sees in the oil field business. And this is what it does. And this is basically just a test apparatus. This isn't for anything other than for testing. This size right here is this unit downsized. That thing you saw in the back of my truck, this is it. There's nothing different.
Okay, what you used to see, showing what is that? I'm assuming that's where the gas is, right?
Oh yeah. Well, when you got the gas pumping, the water and the gas comes in here and it separates in here. There's a hollow spot from here to about right here. Well, this will run ideally at 180 degrees. PVC is only good for 110, 120. So I've got to keep it cool right now because when I was making high temperature plastic molds, I was blowing $2,000 and $3,000 when I changed the design. So, well, why waste the money? Test the design and then you go from there. So I just use this as a testing apparatus, and it proves design. This pumps 50 times more than you need. It just needs to flow at 10, 15 cubic feet per minute.
All of this is just running a short
molds. I was blowing $2,000 and $3,000 when I changed the design. So, well, why waste the money? Test the design and then you go from there. So I just use this as a testing apparatus, and it proves design. This pumps 50 times more than you need.
This pumps 50 times more than you need.
It just needs to flow at 10, 15 cubic feet per minute.
All of this is just running a short.
You can run engines, anything. You can run engines. You've seen the engine run, sure.
You can make it
No.
Okay, now let's talk.
This is a fuel stock. It'll run anything. Anything that's got fuel, natural gas stove, car, powerhouse, anything. It's fuel. Water is fuel. Water is fuel. That's my thing. That's what I'm trying to get across to people. It's so contrary to anything we've been taught. It's everything. Hot and cold. It doesn't make sense.
That's what the guy did in Atlanta, then he disappeared. Explain about how you can make this smaller.
This is made out of off-the-shelf plumbing parts. This is all pieced together, nothing very custom except the internal parts and the electronics that are on the inside. It's got some electronics that are in a water bath to keep them cool. And this is just this whole setup right here is downsized to this one, just a little bit higher setup. And the size of the separator, that's the same separator over there. A small radiator would let it even work with PVC. It's just normally you make it out of an ABS plastic, something like they make radiators out of and such. And it's just got so much potential. And it's a cold temperature production. This whole time, the water's 105, 110 degrees. And other productions at 200-300 degrees, and then expanded hydrogen, it's got to condense back down. This is already cold. It's got more energy in it. So it's just got a lot of potential, and every conceivable option for energy is available to be produced from this. There isn't a limit.
Okay, let's go back for a second for the demonstration, because we have to make them understand that what we're trying to prove to them before has happened.
I'm going to have to do this 50 times. Anybody that comes in is going to want to see this. I'll do it 100 more times.
Sure, but the main thing is to show the numbers that we need in order to make them understand this is what they wanted to see, the numbers, in against out.
I understand that.
Since we did the chronograph and the timing, we need to decide now how to put it on black and white for you and give it to you.
I'm going to take care of all that. All of y'all are going to get copies of it sent to you. I'm not worried about getting anything notarized. This is for your view. This is for your own eyes. I don't care what you tell anybody. I really didn't want anybody seeing this on film. But, David, here's the thing. Be discriminating who you show it to.
It only goes to my...
If it ends up on YouTube, I hunt you down. And Mac will eat you. And I guarantee you, he can eat the baby.
YouTube.
But it's potentially... If this ends up on YouTube, I'll be upset. But otherwise, we'll be okay. Because, I've got a YouTube account, but I don't put it on there. But I've got about $40,000-$50,000 for the equipment I've ordered in the last couple weeks that's coming. We're going to start running high-tech, high frequencies through the cell, and it's going to give increased production.
So what you're saying is this is just the beginning.
Absolutely. It's going to get bigger and larger. I never tried to do this as some sort of booster application. I was doing fuel from moment one. This is energy. It's energy production, it's fuel replacement, it's fuel alternatives, and it's clean. It's extremely high content per volume of water. It has possibilities with wastewater, waste treatment facilities, everything.
You got 12 batteries over there. What's the purpose?
The batteries are DC current. A rectifier, which I've got one coming, the place has to run on 3 phases to do it correctly. DC current's not really any harder to get, it's just that you have to be designed for it. And I got a $1,500 rectifier coming so I can plug into the wall. It's using about 4,000 watts per bank in at a max surge, and it drops down to 3,000 as we're going. So it's just a way to get DC voltage. It can be run off a household current too. That's not a problem, it's just rectifying it to DC. And that's just before I spent $4 or $5 grand, I ended up getting a used rectifier on eBay. So I've got radio equipment, signal generators, RF frequency generators, and some other stuff I bought that is coming. And we're going to proceed with some much more advanced electronics. But this is a proof of concept for what we're trying to do with torch and everything. And it's also a proof of concept of the fuel. And I understand everybody's going to need to see this 5, 10, 15 times. That's fine, whatever. As long as they're serious about moving it to the next round. As long as they have in the background, we want to go into production. We want to either... if I had the money Bloomberg, that Bloom box we gotten, we'd have already bought enough stock to take over a power plant and start retrofitting turbines. Come on, buddy. Sit down. That's a good boy.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. Bob, right? Bob and the Ben.
Pretty dog.
Yeah, he just has a personality disorder.
There it is, the perfect solution. Can you imagine that? Producing hydrogen 50 times more than it requires.
Okay, what we have here is the
so that they can push the air
power
in
supply.
at 20 pounds per square inch on the pump idea that I've already showed them.
Design that I made is
The world would run for nothing. I want to give that to Armenia. They've got the engineers there.
part of this design falls with the MOT, microwave oven transformer.
You ready? Got your stopwatches?
There you go.
Okay.
Alright, you ready? Set.
3, 2, 1, go.
A little tiny bit out. Take this jug, fill it with water, turn it upside down, put the oxyacetylene tip, which is now running hydrogen for producing, and see how long it takes. And that's why it was 16.9. I'm going to watch, see when it starts ticking it, see how close they are, because I think they are. It'll be a second up.
Alright, eBay.
For you. Go ahead. That's showing the amount of gas. How fast it's producing. Where's it producing from?
Right here. Oh, come on, guys. I'll show y'all. I apologize. And we're also doing something else. Let me keep this thing running because it's strictly the wire. We're producing hydrogen at cold temperature. No, we're going back to a gallon again.
So what they're doing here is filling up a tank. They've got a tank full of water. Then they take 4